Previously on 𝔩𝔦𝔫𝔫𝔫, each doll was tasked with making an original superhero. Riley Jude said, "Gay rights!" with Rainbow Girl, leading her to be the top small star of the week. London's playtime photo, in the words of Nicki Minaj, is over. While the new doll in town, 𝔩𝔦𝔫𝔨, failed to impress with her everyday hero scenario. 𝔩𝔦𝔫𝔨's chapter has drawn to a close.
11 of the most talented doll photographers have been selected from all over Dollstagram. Each week they'll be given a theme, have to make photos for that theme, and then score each other's photos. Each week, one girl will be eliminated from the competition, while the winner will receive immunity for the next round. Welcome to 𝔩𝔦lStar. I'm Ariana King, and let's get into it. This week on 𝔩𝔦lStar is Water Week. With such a loose theme, I think the girls will have a lot of room for creativity. There's so many ways to interpret this huge concept. So let's see what they do with it. So starting off with Billy, who has been in the top half of the rankings pretty consistently since the beginning. Let's take a look at what she does for Water Week. So Billy, I'm having a hard time figuring out what direction you were going in with this photo. I mean, obviously there's water in it, like the theme said, but it just doesn't make sense. All I see is you with water on your face. Although I do like the color scheme and I like the editing style, this just really left me very confused. The composition is nice and I like that you use the rule of thirds, and the lighting isn't the worst, although the shadows are a little weird. I'm just very confused. I don't know what is supposed to be going on. Next up is 𝔩𝔲𝔲, who just barely made it out of the bottom 2 last week. It's notable that that wasn't an isolated incident, and she's actually been in the bottom pretty often, but since brand week, never low enough to risk elimination. Let's see what she does this week.
Alright, hey guys, it's 𝔩𝔲𝔲. It's been a long day, a long week in fact. Here's me being a hypocrite. You can go ahead, play the film. I definitely came for, damn, what's her name? Marlo, last week for doing her picture last minute, but here I am. I mean, I kind of have an excuse. I had to finish all my work today, and that means I graduated. So, did Marlo do that? We'll see. But anyways, so I'm gonna set up a little scene. You see, I got this toilet. Deciding between these 2 tubs. I'm probably gonna do this one closer to me, the clear one. Then I got some objects that I'm gonna be using. Oh, girl, I don't use that toilet. Yeah, I want to get this sinister kind of vibe, if you know what I mean. So let me get it set up and I'll update you on that idea. My setup, so it's actually like a little bathroom, which is kind of cute, you know. I got it set for this one. I don't know, I was gonna experiment with something a little darker undertones, but I'm afraid that might be triggering. I still might go a little dark, maybe like, oh, long day at work or something, you know, or a party girl who needs a bath. I think I'm gonna add some bubbles just because it's boring right now. And yeah, I'll show you my outfit in a second. Oh, hi. I lied. I went a darker way with it.
Aloho, I actually really like this photo. The lighting is really nice and the concept is really good. This has such a nice, dark, moody, almost scary feeling to it. Especially with the curling iron in the bathtub, like it's just, your mind. Although the simplicity does add to it, maybe you should have had more going on or look at the camera to make the photo more visually interesting. Besides that, the composition is really nice as your face is on one of the crosses in the rule of thirds. And I'm not sure if you edited this, but the colors are really nice. Overall, I really like the photo. Third is Gabriella, who started off perhaps on the wrong foot ranking-wise, but has been slowly making her way up numerically.
Hi guys, it's Gabriella McBride from 𝔩𝔲𝔰, and today I'm going to be showing you some behind-the-scenes clips of my photo this week. My idea was to do a photo that's sort of inspired by those water hair flip things that you see online. If you look up a water hair flip, you'd see what I mean. So here's basically my setup for this photo. I know it looks a little bit crazy, but basically what I did was I just taped some of my hair up to this cardboard background, and I'll just take the photo like this, and then we'll edit in all the background and the stuff that'll make it water themed. So now that I took the photo with my hair like that, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to edit in a background in PixArt. And then I'm going to take some like water droplets. So I'm basically just going to be editing that all in, and I'll just do that all in PixArt and then go into Lightroom and just make the photo, you know, have like better colors and stuff, and just do the basic editing there. I hope you guys like it. It did take a long time to do the editing. The water droplets took a very long time to edit in. But anyways, I hope you guys like my photo this week. I'm really excited to see what all you guys did. And yeah, bye.
Gabriella, I think you had a really nice idea here, but the execution was just not it. I think that the concept that you had would have been a really outstanding photo, and it would have been really dynamic. That being said, I think that within your resources and skill range of editing, you definitely could have used a different blend mode on the water around your hair, not had the green in the background as it looks tacky, and applied a strong filter over the photo to make everything look more blended. That last one is one I use very often when I find that elements in the photo are not looking realistically blended together, and it works pretty well. I think that really could have helped you here. Plus, the flat lighting that you have does not fit the water theme. Overall, I like the idea that you had here. I just know the execution could have been better. Fourth is London, who had a close call last week after landing herself in the bottom 2 thanks to her superhero photo. I kept her on because I really think that she has great potential. So let's see what she does this week.
So I am still on set because I just finished my shoot, and so I'm still wearing my outfit, which is actually made out of like a big piece of fabric that I just kind of wrapped around myself. I had, you know, just costume wardrobe stuff, you know. But actually for the shoot, I had to like to be attached with wires, and then I kind of floated in the air because for this shoot I wanted to look like I was underwater, kind of drowning, but like not. So that's kind of what I did, and then I also did some things with the lens, and I put some saran wrap and just kind of doubled it over like on the lens just to make it look more like, I guess, like not in focus, to kind of give more of a ocean vibe, I guess. It makes sense. And yeah, there was a lot more editing in this one, but I wasn't actually gonna go in an ocean and drown, so you know. But yeah, that's basically everything that I had for the shoot.
London, I love this photo so much. I think that a lot of the people have desire to create photos like this, like underwater looking photos, but few have the ability and persistence to actually follow through with it. I've never seen the execution on this kind of editing be so good, since it's so challenging to make things look realistic underwater. The light beam coming from the top of the water and all of the bubbles around you are just so cool. Overall, I really like this photo. Fifth is Marlo, who really struggled with Photoshop last week. Hopefully she's learned from that and this week will turn out better.
Hey guys, it's Marlo. I can breathe with all this tulle, do not worry. We are on set for my water photo. I want to do a more abstract take on it, so I have this dress. It kind of reminds me of nautical stuff, but it's also very pretty, and we've got a bunch of scraps everywhere in the back. And I just really want to have a lot of cool textures in my photo, so let's get shooting. Okay, so I'm like actually obsessed with these photos so far. The tulle just goes lifted up, and then you kind of have a canopy of tulle all around me, and it just looks so mystical and magical. I love it.
Marlo, this is interesting. I mean, I can say the same things that I've said about most of your photos, which is the lighting is good and very clear, but I haven't seen any improvement or development in your style at all. This just looks very similar to a lot of your photos. I mean, without the bubbles that you've added at the top, this is really just you against a blue background. Adding on to the dry theme, you're wearing your hearing aid, and unfortunately, even water-resistant hearing aids can't even be worn while swimming. So unless you're going for the dark horror route like 𝔩𝔲 and I'm just missing it, I wish you had considered this. I mean, it's not a bad photo, obviously, but it's just kind of a usual photo with some bubbles edited in. Next up is Riley Jude, who came in first last week for her super cute superhero photo. After setting the bar high, let's see what she does this week.
Here is how I created my photo for week 4 of the challenge. First, we used this raft that we already had. It's made out of wood, and one of our friends made it for us. Next, we took a trip to the store and got some dowels. We used those and some brown string to make the sail, and a scrap piece of fabric. I chose to wear this outfit because it's a historical outfit and I thought it fit really well with the theme of the photo. Finally, we took a drive and went to the creek to put the boat in the water and take a picture. I couldn't get any good pictures there because it was actually raining when we were taking the photo. And that's how I created my photo for this week.
Riley Jude, this photo is really cute. I can imagine it was probably super scary for you to take this as you didn't want to fall into the water, and just balancing everything must have been hard. And I think the dog and little props are very cute. One thing I do have to say though is everything looks kind of muddy, and not in the literal sense. I mean, the color and lighting and everything looks muddy. On one hand, that kind of helps bring attention to you, but on the other hand, it kind of makes the photo look a little weird to look at. Overall though, cute photo. Coming up next is Sage, who also cut it pretty close last week when she came in 7th place for her superhero photo. I'm hopeful that she'll pull everything together for Water Week.
Hey guys, it's Sage, and I'm going to be showing you the behind the scenes of this week's photo for water. So, lucky for me, it's actually about to rain in a little bit. And as you can see from my outfit, that I'm going to be like outside and stomping in the puddles. So for the outfit, I have Joss's Meat Outfits jacket and her swimsuit for the meat outfit. And I also have Nenea's Meat Outfit shorts and Blair's rain boots. So whenever it starts raining again, I'm actually going to go inside my backyard and I'm going to take my picture in the puddles back there. Okay, I just got finished drying off from being outside and taking my photo. So here's my final photo, which I edited with Pink Monkey, and I actually edited it with Retouch to get rid of something in the photo.
Sage, I think you had a really cute opportunity for this photo. I'm just not really sure what happened because it looks like your camera lens is dirty, your face is dirty, your hair is messy, you're backlit, but yeah, you're in water. For sure, there's water in it. Next up is Sita, who had one of my favorite photos from last week. Her look was so show-stopping, and I'm so excited to see what she does this week.
Hi dolls, for this week's photo shoot, I'm just doing a simple little water photo shoot for our water theme of this pretty blue blouse. It's kind of go with the water theme, and just using some Tupperware to make my little pool, so wish me luck. Oh my god, last time I was in water, all of my hair fell off, so I am not excited to get back in today.
Seta, this is just you sitting in some wet Tupperware. That's it. Next up is Spinelli, who came in second last week. Let's see what placement her photo earns her this week.
So for this week's theme of water, I decided to do a mermaid because that just seemed fitting. So this was the shot, and once I had the shot, I took the photo into Snapseed. And then I just went in and I brightened up the eyes. After that, I took my photo into Procreate and I found an ocean background and merged the top and the bottom photos together. And then I just found a photo that I liked, but I wanted to lay another image of my face on top, but I didn't think it looked that good. And also, I just had to scrap the entire photo because it was a little bit blurry where I cut this photo out from Lightroom. So I decided to add in a new one. And this was the time lapse of everything that I edited together. And that is how I made my photo for this week.
Spinelli, this is a cute photo and I really like the idea you had. Choosing the mermaid concept opened up your photo to so many colorful and interesting possible outcomes, so I think it's a little disappointing that you just decided to go with such a limited color palette. Besides that, I really like the layout and the inclusion of some sea life, plus the distant island. Those are all super cool and add visual interest, and I really like how your hair looks. My only issues are, again, the colors, and I think your editing could have been a little more convincing. And now it's time for the rankings. Each doll will have the chance to put each photo in order from best to worst. The photo that ranks the highest will be the winner and receive immunity for the next round. As the winner of last week's challenge, Riley Jude cannot be eliminated. I will choose a photo from the two that ranked the lowest to be eliminated. So let's take a look at how the rankings went.
Hey everyone, it's Sage, and I'm here telling you why I voted. So this is Spinelli, and I'm going to give my ratings for this week. So this week's theme was water, and I thought all the photos were good, but some of them were a little plain. I mean, it is water. Water is boring.
I had Spinelli's photo in second place. I love this.
I feel like the green at the bottom, though, is maybe a bit distracting from the color of blue, just because I know it's like a turquoise kind of color, but I think it doesn't really fit in with water very good.
I put Gabriella's photo in third place. I love how dramatic this is. I love how her hair is going in all directions, and I love that the pattern of the bubbles in the water follows that.
For Billy, I like your photo a lot. I really like the color harmonies of blues. I think the photo's a bit dark. I don't know if that's just my screen, but I feel like maybe you could have turned up the brightness. If not, I feel like it's a little bit too zoomed in that you can't see the background water and all the details in the background. But other than that, I think it's a really cute photo, and I really like the water droplets on her face.
I put London's photo in first place. I really love the dramatic lighting on this. I love the way her hair is going up, so it really does look like she's underwater. And overall, I just think it's super creative, and I love all the colors in it.
For Elo, I really like your photo. I think the straightener is really funny because she's in a bathtub. I think her face is really bright. You definitely got better at that this week.
But it does look a little fake, so maybe just try to edit a little bit more and make it look more realistic, which I know is a really hard thing to do, but just try your best.
But I don't know if it screams water. You can see a little bit of the texture in the background, but I feel like maybe if you had her hair flowing, it would have looked maybe like she's a bit more underwater.
I had Marlowe's photo in sixth place. I don't think there's anything wrong with this photo. I just felt like maybe it could have been a little bit more creative.
So for Sage, I really like your photo, and I like how she's in a puddle in the rain. But I feel it dark and you can't really see her eyes, and I think that's because she's a bit backlit.
I had Sage's photo in eighth place. I just felt like the white in the sky was a little bit overexposed, and it looked kind of like a little bit muddy colored overall.
And last is Sage. This photo just did not come off right. and it's just really boring, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's not what I would want to look at. Like, it's really boring photo to look at.
So those are my rankings for this week.
Spinelli's Just Add Water moment landed her the top spot this week. However, Marlo and Sage ended up in the bottom 2. Marlo, like I said, I just haven't been seeing anything new from you in the competition. Everything's just getting a little repetitive. Sage, your photo was so messy this week. From the water on the camera lens to the backlighting overcast sky, your photo was just so disappointing this week. To be honest, I was very disappointed with most of the photos this week, which is why I've decided to make the big decision to do a double elimination. So Marlo and Sage, I'm going to eliminate you both from *TheSm0lStar.
I'm so sad I got eliminated from this competition. I really wanted to do my best, and I really wanted to do well, and I just could have done something so much better. Well, good luck to everyone in the competition. I'm rooting for you guys, and I can't wait to see who the next *TheSm0lStar will be. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, I just got eliminated this week, and you know, that's alright because I had a really fun time on this contest. But I do think I did really good sometimes when people thought I was really bad. But you know, as long as I think I was good, that's what matters to me. And I just want to thank everybody who supported me throughout this contest and helped me along the way. It was a great learning experience for all the things I have learned now. So, thank you for having me, and I just hope I can do better next time I'm in one of these types of things. But thank you for the opportunity, and bye.
Next time on *TheSm0lStar, the remaining 7 will get a little spooky, with Horror Week being the theme. Which dolls will murder the competition while the others are left to their unwanted demise? Find out next week on *TheSm0lStar.